Temporary scene. Thriving artistic scene, as you might refer to some stratas of wrestling in Mexico. Brian Barrosa is under some pressure here, though, from Jeremiev. First parterre, and Jeremiev gets the shot. Here he goes. Starts high. Tries to trap the arm. He's done it. Trapped arm gun wrench is good from Jeremiev. Might try lift it. Barrosa airborne. Jeremiev, big amplitude for 4. Wonderful. Parterre. This could finish things off on Barroso. This will finish things off. He loses the grip and then gets countered for 2. Artemiev. It was there for the finishing, right there in the moment. But Jeremiev just dropped him. Well, he's going to be given the points. I wasn't sure they would be held up because of the absence of control when going down. But it hasn't seemed to matter. Artur Jeremiev, in his round 1 match at 77 kilos, is the winner. So Mohamed Nagosi of the Islamic Republic of Iran in the blue, and Adel Nazibulin, the new triathletes team, in the red. Nagosi setting up classically. Quite an upright stance, still with a bent body at 45 degrees, and the leg stance of 1 foot in front of the other. It's a solid stance, which he operates out of. Nagosi down, but then up again. Still in a solid stance, the Iranian. Intervention coming shortly here for parterre. First parterre chance for Nazibulin. Unconvincing in his first attempt to move Ngozi. Very upright fight, this one, so far. Bodies started more at 45 degrees towards each other. Now they're much closer, much more straighter backs. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely from Ngozi. He's got a pin on here. This is it for the Iranian. Secured after patience, but then the power. Poland against Estonia. Erik Pank in the blue and Matusz Benczak in the red. Two Central Eastern European wrestlers meeting in Greco-Roman. Benczak doing his best to put frontal pressure on Pank. But he's quite intent on keeping a aggressive body alignment, is Pank. .90 seconds in, so we'll have the first parterre. And these heavier weight classes so often decided by who maximises their opportunities in parterre. That's true of Greco-Roman in general, but especially the heavier weight classes. And Pank's looking for a reverse set up here. Gets a head roll on. That's good. Seatbelt. Grip, which he turns into a turn. And looks for another one, but Bienchek has got counter-attack points here. And now he might make the most of this unexpected parterre for the big pole. But Pank has held on for dear life to stop any more points being shipped. Rather lost control of that parterre, the Estonian. Pank's going to hold on to his lead up until the break. Bienchek can look forward probably to a parterre chance for himself in round number 2. First of 3 matches for these gentlemen today. We'll see Pank again on our screens in these group stage matches. No one goes home if they lose after the first one of these, but if you want to go through to the next round and compete in knockout stages, winning all 3, or certainly 2 of your group matches is going to be required. This time it's Bienchek who's adopting a more angular approach. It's a point for Bienchek now. Anything here, and he's now in the lead. Whether that's on criteria or because of a takedown, he's 4-3, 5-3, 6-3 ahead. So Bienchek working on bringing that grip down. It is very good defense from Eric Pank. Pank makes his move in the second round to get a 2 more point takedown. And he's on the gut too for maybe more. Pank's 3-point lead potentially enough now in the last 45 seconds if he can hold off Bienchak. In the end, Pank does hold on to victory at 130 kilos. He's gone through a grueling first-round effort to do it, but the Estonian has won. So he's off to a good start in his group stage matches. Marcos Silva against Mulatsin Helvaci now. Turkey in the red in Helvaci, Silva in the blue for Brazil. Once again, 130 kilos, the weight category we are watching. It is a first-round match for both these two. So they're full of energy, good arm drag from Helvaci. That was really smart to go around the back. And can he turn anything more out of Silva here? He's a big man, Silva. He's being moved. But big rocks take extra work to get thrown like that. But he's going back across this time, and this is really dangerous. Helvaci, all his might to finish this early. And all his might is what he achieves. Muhitin Helvaci with the win. And goodness me, that was demonstrably powerful. Nikita Alexiev of Ukraine. He's in the red singlet up against Mohammad Hossein Ostermohamed of the Islamic Republic of Iran in blue. Arm drag attempt from Alexiev. Doesn't quite land. Whereas Ostermohamed going really hard to work on getting the right grip, and he's got an underhook in that's not deep enough. So he resets. But with an injury now to contend with. And they go back to it. Really do want the right grip, these two. Spending a lot of time to make sure that it's their grip that they have, rather than just using something and working off that. Ostermohamed, he's picky. He wants to make sure he's in the right way with the right setup. Two points to the good to Ostermohamed. Alexiev first to go down in parterre then. Got to be careful not to impede the legs when in parterre. Really wide base from Ostermohamed, this is why. So he can move fast and break the grip of Alexiev. Somehow hasn't been turned there. Is he going to be turned here? Yes, he is. Exposed into the danger position for a two-pointer. And he wants to keep moving, but energy reserves needing to be recharged before he can try again, I think. But 5 points out of the first real scoring situation. Ostermohamed might be able to finish things here. But this is some resistance we're seeing from Alexiev. When he's on the ground, he's very good at staying there and not getting turned. At the break, 6-2 to the Iranian. Alexiev needing to up the ante to cause Oster Mohamed room to think and perhaps to cause him to make mistakes. Putting pressure on is the only way to do that. Has he done enough to win the first parterre of round number 2, Alexiev? Here it comes, and he's within striking distance enough, just 3 points behind, to be able to take this away from Oster Mohamed with a flurry of turns with some high point scoring. If he can, he's gonna hole him over for a big throw. That was very impressive from Alexiev, and he gets 4 for it. He's in the lead. If he goes again in the way he's lifting and throwing, Oster Mohamed's in a lot of trouble. He's going to pull him over this way. Goodness me. This is very, very brave and bold wrestling from Alexiev. He's looking for a pin now on Oster Mohamed. He's looking for a pin on Oster Mohamed. 9-6 in front, though. That was so deep and so powerful. Challenge from Iran, under 90 seconds remaining. .90 seconds left to wrestle for Oster Mohamed. That's plenty of time. And he's looking for step-out points. But Alexiev's done very well. Now, this is massive. This is points scored for Ukraine, and all 4. And on the edge as well, shoulder to shoulder. Oster Mohamed shown the exit. 13-6, he's actually only a point away now from stopping this early. Mikhail Alexiev. Huge performance. Will he look for a step out point? Heading down the final stretch now. Mikhail Alexiev of Ukraine in the red, in command. Not letting Oster Mohamed within touching distance at all. 7 points down the Iranian. .20 seconds to go. Oster Mohamed with a headlock attempt. And there we have it. Mikhail Alexiev with the victory. over Iran's Oster Mohammed, 13-6. Down from 6-love. Back from 6-love, really a name to watch out for in the future. Mohamed Kamali of Iran back in action. He's in the red against Mario Cordero of Spain. He's in the blue. Kamali winning his first round match. And already with an underhook in, which looks like he's on strongly. Good arm throw attempts from Cordero, but it was easily snuffed out from Kamali for the first attack, but no points. Now we'll get points here. Throwing him over his shoulder, and again, and he's keeping a grip on here, and this is so devastating. And this will be it. Kamali showing Cordero what the ceiling looks like in Brazil. Daniel Tebluev of the neutral athletes against Baris Erbek now of Turkey. Turkey in the blue, Tebluev in the red. Left-handed underhook, seemingly the way that Erbek wants to set up. Arm drag and a headlock. He's varying where he's coming from. First point then to Urbeck. Tebloev, however, with the first parterre, so perhaps the scoring board faulty. Instead, Tebloev moving and looking for which way he wants to turn Urbeck. He's up high, got a high grip and across the body, but not getting Tebloev off the grounds. Very difficult to work out why Urbeck's name has the one next to it. Should be Tebloev. So it is the wrestler in red who's ahead. Apologies for that. One drag attempt from Urbeck. There we go. We can sort of scoring out at the break. Yeah, that's what they're pointing at, saying it should be our man, Daniel Tebloev, with the 1 point. Scoreboard has been rectified. Well done to the judges and officials. At the break, Tebloev 1 point up. Courtesy of that parterre that he earned. So Urbeck needing to put more forward pressure on to be the wrestler who's giving more to the contest to get the next parterre. So Urbeck's chance, having levelled it up at 1 each. Now on criteria, of course, in Greco-Roman, the person who scored the first point in a situation where the match ends 1-1 is now the winner on criteria. So it's advantage Tebloev in that regard, unless Urbeck can score here, which he'll intending to do. Didn't manage it. Daniel Tebloev. how close to the wire will we get here? Tebloev, the leader on criteria. And on future occasions since then, getting that point, he's had chances too. Beck just doing his best to hold on for now, maybe to get a chance in the last 30 to 10 seconds. Last 30 seconds with Tebloev in the lead. Beck almost gets around the back. He's just about shut out. Now he's trying a headlock. Has he given away a penalty? So Tebloev wins it. 1-1, winning it on criteria. Daniel Tebloev. Shahan HR of Turkey in the blue now. Artur Jeremiev of Estonia in the red. Jeremiev we saw winning his first match. A good comeback win actually. Both these wrestlers in a bracket, in a Nordic bracket situation, where it's a round-robin competition in the group stages before the knockouts. Really working hard on that 2-on-1. Now he's on the other arm here, Jeremiev. Partet HR on the turf first. This is where Jeremiev is very, very strong in scoring in parterre, but continuing to score. Chain scoring. Here he comes. Over to the front, and the counter, though, maybe from HR. HR's on the counter here. Working his way around the back to get 2. And now he wants parterre points. Jeremiev has got this all manner of wrong. Shelfs up on the shin. That's good. Jeremiev. He was in an awfully difficult position somehow. He got his neck out of a very dangerous spot there. HR turns him. Any more points here from HR? If he gets 2 more, he can end this on Jeremiev early. Got to get him off the floor. Jeremiev more than capable of coming back if he can stay in the fight right now. HR's powerful. Which way does he turn him? He's got him. Big power over a sustained period. Shahan Aisha. It's massive. Challenge comes in from Jeremiev. Let's see what they say. Comfortable win for Shahan Aisha, well deserved. Challenge was thrown out in the end. So Eric Pank is back in the red singlet for Estonia. Artur Sarkisanian for Czechia. His opponent in the blue. 130 kilos colliding.
right on cue. Sarkisyan with a point. And now Parterre takes as much time as he can, gather in some energy before getting going, where a big burst of energy is going to be required to get Pank off the floor. What's the reverse lift option? And this could go either which way, including over his own shoulder, but Pank broke it off. Great result for the Estonian. Lost a little bit of focus on the hold, Sarkisyan.
Just a single point in the first round to Sarkisyan. Eric Pank expecting a parterre opportunity in round two. He's got to earn it still. Won't just be given to him, even though it might feel like that at times. Got his foot on the foot of Sarkisyan. Oh, goodness me, after just 30 seconds. Pank has been given it. Sarkisyan needing to come away with this without losing any points at all. After Pank did that to him, what can Pank spirit up here? He's missed his chance one way. Going for reverse, but Sarkisyan has just stood up. They've both missed their shot, but it leaves Sarkisyan in the lead on criteria, because he scored the first of the 2 points. So if things stay as they are, as a 1-1 situation, he'd be winning come the end of it. And it could well end this way.
Pank hunting, going hard. Someone's close to a step out, potentially. No one's going to get another. Oh, that's powerful from Pank. It's the step out point that's most likely to separate these two now. "15 seconds to win it." Out of bounds is actually a long way away for both these two at the moment. Pank almost ran himself out. And has he just run himself out here? Pank, his own momentum. No question that at all that Sarkisjan forced it on him, so there we have it. But it's going to be Sarkisjan who wins on criteria, courtesy of getting that first point in passivity. And Pank is furious with himself. He had opportunities, he did.
porra para baixar o volume dele ali, tirando nossa concentração. brinca, né, mano? É? Oxe, pode ficar pior que sapato, moço. Não foi nada demais. Ainda bem que não foi nada demais.
After a short break for everyone to catch up on the order of play, Gabriel Lupasco of Moldova and Adam Gardziola of Poland. Gardziola in the blue, Lupasco in the red. Working hard on that headlock position is Lupasco. Now he goes for a body lock. Oh, he's got this on here, and he drives it into the ground on Guardiola for two. Moldovan really rock solid on his stance because Guardiola was slipping around and he was working hard to try and counter himself. Lupasco held firm. Lupasco again, comfortably adding to his tally here, and Guardiola may well be injured and unable to resist this. Pins on. Lupasco's already got an 8-point gap, so he doesn't need anything more. I think he's hurt his hand, Guardiola, which has added to his frustrations and inability, I think, actually to shake the hand of the referee after that. But here we go. Arms in the air for Gabriel Lupasco in his round 2 match at 87 kilos.
Terceira luta em menos de 40 minutos. Menos de uma. O brasileiro vai para a terceira luta em menos de uma hora. Como é que aguenta, velho?
sei também não. Tem que ter um condicionamento do caramba.
Não é, rapaz? Eu não aguento 5 minutos de esteira.
So João Silva of Brazil in the blue and Servet Angi of Turkey in the red. Round 3 match for both Angi and Silva at 67 kilos. They don't have a round 4 match, so this is their last one of the group stages for both these two. Wherever they finish at the end of this dictates who they'll wrestle in the knockout stages, whether they'll make the semi-finals. Angi with a arm spin attempt, then drives it through on Silva. Does well not to be taken for a ride there. Trying to set himself up again for an arm spin. But Silva's watching it carefully. Have to settle for a step out point. João Silva cramping the style a bit of Angi, which is a good sign for him. Another arm spin attempt. And Angi does work it into parterre, which then sees more points added for 6. And Silva is really struggling here, and he'll be turned. So in the end, the persistence of Servet Angi does pay off. Backed himself and his arm spin. Brian Barroso of Mexico against Shahan Achar of Turkey. Barroso in the red and Achar in the blue. Achar's been impressive in his opening encounter on our screens against Artur Jeremiev. Now Achar's danger lies particularly in parterre.
Não, aqui começa às 6 horas. Que o outro aqui. Tem que perguntar de novo.
Puts him up onto his hip almost. Using his shin. Gets some airtime here. Barroso still with a foot on the floor, so he's got traction of some sorts. They'll be turned and tilted for 2. He's been given 4 for it. There was amplitude, there was air, of course. Anything more than this might be it all over. That's another 4. That's Achar. And his strength to turn both those attacks, which could have ended in 2 points each, into 4 points each and end the match early. It all pays off for Shahan Achar. Alexandru Solovai entering from the right-hand side in the blue of Moldova against Mohamed Nagusi now. Their third round match, the last one before the final count in each group, to see who goes through to the semi-finals. .77 kilograms, the weight class. Nagusi being pushed around a bit by the Moldovan. Should be a well-balanced encounter, this one. Such valuable international experience for both Solovai and Nagusi. Without the glare of the senior national team, the likes of Nagusi can get experience about what it's like, what's expected of them, before taking the step up into the full senior team. Solovai earning the first partet. Gets his hands on and lines things up for a lift rather than a wrench, and this is a big lift too. This could be big points. It's just two in the end. Nagusi finding his balance in the air. Well, two fingers were raised by the referee, but only one put on the board for the step out. Disappointing for Solovai to have taken such paltry points from such a high-powered maneuver. Round two. That 2-point lead for Solovai likely to be overrun if Nagusi can conjure a partet. Shouldn't need much conjuring, should it? It'll be on its way for him if he just provides enough forward initiative, enough attacking display, and he's doing that. So here he goes. Gets a good grip on, now tries to slide Solovay up the shin. He's lost his footing. Needs to restart. And Solovay's so heavy, he's making himself hugely heavy. Almost gets his feet, but he is thrown. And Nagusi gets points on the board, 2 of them. And he wants more, he'll get more. Maybe a turn in here. 7-2, he's done the job. Banking 6 points. Time's up for Alexandru Solovay. The 2 different stories in parterre, the difference. And it is the Iranian Nagusi who takes the win, wins round 3, maximizes his points at 77 kilos. Remarkable start from Artur Sarkisyan. Straight into it with a 4-pointer. Bianchek walking into that one, really. Sarkisyan's last win was a 1-1 criteria win. And look at this on Bianchek. He's already stopping it. Just over a minute of work from the big Czech. Super performance, a suplex to get things going. And already the victor, Artur Sarkisyan, in his third round match, a winner. Marco Silva now, Alexander Melikov. Silva in the red singlet, the red and yellow of Brazil. Neutral athlete Melikov in the blue. Rangier, taller Melikov. Can't get that underhook in with any strength on the shorter Silva. First point to Melikov for a step out. First couple of points, actually. Looked like Silva might have been given a yellow card, yeah, for fleeing the mat. To go with the step out point, he turns. It was a slip throw, I suppose. That's another point to Melikov. I think that throw was deemed a fake one. Fleeing the fight, essentially. Excuse me, it was for a step out of Silva. My mistake. But he's shedding points here quickly. Marco Silva, another one for passivity. So Melikov, he's strapped in. He's close, and therefore he can roll and roll big. And Marco Silva loses the fight at that point. So the benefit of having racked up a fair few points before the first parterre, it can be finished in that moment by Alexander Melikov. Islam Aliyev, one of the neutral athletes, up against Neymar Ostermohamed of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Should be a good contest, this one. Should be a close contest. Last match before the semi-finals are decided. Here goes Aliyev. How much airtime can he get here? He positions himself really well for the first turn and exposure of the back. Now going for a lift. Ostermohamed gets back down to the earth, but he's taken again for a big throw. That's big. That's really powerful from Aliyev. And Ostermohamed looking down the barrel here. Keeps it going. He's got more energy for this. Aliyev with a massive show of strength here, but he just can't finish it. Doesn't quite finish it before And that is a worry, because Oster Mohammed might still have the minerals. Oster Mohammed makes it to the break. Aliyev needing to take a knee and get some oxygen in.
Essa é pra ser a última, mas eu acho que tem 3 pontos.
Aliyev looking to put that pressure on the Iranian and play him at his own game for a step out. He's close. Is he over? No, play on. Right on the edge, Oster Mohammed. That close to being out of the contest. But he's not far from getting a parterre situation himself now. He'll get that here. Can he get all the points he needs to take the lead when he gets this parterre? He's not been given it yet. Thought it had come. He's certainly been second best up to now to Aliyev. Which is why the parterre still hasn't come. It's taken a minute 20 to get it. So he's a bit more tired, Oster Mohammed. He's wanting to take as much time as possible to recover. He's told he can't. Does he have anything in the tank for this? Oh, he's been caught. Aliyev's just stood up. He's just stood up. I thought he was taking it slightly too considerately, slightly too slowly. So Aliyev really has protected his lead there. That surely, for him now, is danger over. Not quite, of course, never certain, but a large part of the danger has passed. Oster Mohammed's on the headlock. Aliyev breaks out again from that position. Just don't think there's much in the way of energy reserves here for Oster Mohammed. Third match of the day for him. Not easy to just throw everything into these last 10 seconds with everything that's come before. And already the conclusion, the resignation. Islam Aliyev with the win.
Adoro minha casa. Eu tenho coisa melhor do que estar em casa.
It's semi-finals time now. In Greco-Roman wrestling, 77 kilos followed by 130 and then 87. All back-to-back, all coming up shortly.
Mas saiu de casa com 11 anos. Aí foi pra Belo Horizonte. Mas esqueci que eu ia perguntar. Tu tem uma pergunta? O que você falou? É, mas eu esqueci. 19. Pior que não. Mas é porque eu tô com sono. Já já eu sou muito fã. Se eu penso, com certeza. Oh, quando Deus me permitir. O quanto antes.
So round 3 in 87 kilo wrestling, Nagusi against Jeremiev.
Falta quanto tempo? Vai ser o cara daqui.
Estonia against the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Pra acabar as férias? Tá bom. Dá pra desistir. Sim, no valor.
Jeremiev's been in some scrapes today, really has been. Nagusi's going to be the worst possible opponent to face at this point in the day. Iranian conditioning well respected, well known about, able to deliver. Nagusi. This point in the day, really, you want to be going first in parterre because you're fresher within the match, more chance of a dynamic lift and a score, and of course it gives you the criteria lead in the event of a 1-all scoreline. This is big. This isn't going to be 1-all, is it? Jeremiev has, however, survived that. Take 2. Oh, he's not going to survive this. Big throw for 4 points for Nagusi. And here's the suplex. Here he comes. Massive from Nagusi. And Artur Jeremiev facing the wrong man at the wrong time. Nagusi wins.
Mas no sentido do que? Sua mulher te ajudou?
Sarkisian against Melikov. Should be a good encounter. Neutral athlete Melikov is in the red. Sarkisian in the blue. The Czech in some stunning form in his last match, only 20 minutes or so ago. Big suplex to open up with. Got hold of the arm of Melikov. Gets a good shoulder throw in and then chases it through for two. Really smart play from Sarkisian. Showing the full array of his techniques today. Sarkisian, the first to go now from parterre. With the points already in the bag, it makes life a little easier if he can end this soon. No chance there. Melikov just standing up on it. That's how I get out of parterre, everybody. Often think wrestlers could try that more than they do, although they don't get the sense of how much pressure there is on them, how much of a bind they're in. They only tried if they are really short. The chance is there. Partly a very good first round for Sarkisian in the semi-final, and partly a missed opportunity from parterre. Tempo's picked up at the start of the second period. Has to be by Melikov. He's got a body lock grip attempted. Sarkisian's 2-point score, all coming from an arm throw. Melenkov's going to get Partey. And this is the acid test for Sarkisian. Can he hold on to the mat and stop him going for some flying lessons? The winner, of course, gets a place in tonight's final at 130 kilos. Melenkov hints at going one way, hints at going the other way. Not got any footing here. He's got a turn on for two. And is that another? Will that be a given a second? He's certainly going to get a third. And that's all he can muster, but what a flurry of points. And rather better than that, he's also got the pin. Well, that was remarkable from Melenkov. Sarkisian defeated Melenkov into the final.
Acho que eu tô fazendo errado. Eu tô seguindo meu coração. Vou arrepender. Eu gosto muito dessa relação, né? Aí, por favor, só falta só uma. Eu ainda vou. esse ramo seu é muito bom. Véi, falta 6 minutos. Tem 6 minutos pra outra luta. Eu vou me matar. Eita, meu Deus. Chama a tia, a mulher ali, tem um pano. Chama a mulher. Beleza. Tem um bagulho bem ali, ó. Fala pra ele ver se tem um pano. ganhou essa música. Eu não sei. Vai ser essa. Se você é quase 10 anos mais velho que eu, você deve ter uns 28, 29. 26. Ah, você é novo. Você é novo. Oxi, novão.
Islam Aliyev in the red corner for the neutral athletes up against Alperen Berber of Turkey wearing blue. Round 3 at 87 kilos, and effectively that's the semi-final, I should say. Aliyev on our screens again. Berber on our screens for the first time. So we don't know much about how he's been wrestling today, other than the fact he's been doing well. He's got through to the semis. Aliyev, very strong in parterre, good lift on him when he's in, standing over an opponent. Cagey start, isn't it? Nothing really to pick over there, both making sure the other doesn't get an advantage. Mirroring each other almost. It is complete neutralization at this point. Berber down in parterre. Oh, he's got an arm, but Berber's free. No takedown for the last because Berber was on his knees anyway. There was no takedown from standing. Aliyev has botched it. Gets an extra point for a step out from Berber. So it's not so bad. Oh, Berber, he's here. Aliyev's in trouble, and he's got Berber here. Doubling his money, the neutral athlete. That was very, very good. Just before the break. So he's recovered this first round and stood himself in with a great chance of making the final now. Round number 2. Aliyev's got him again, straight from the off. Controls for 4 points, and that's all he needed. Islam Aliyev takes himself into a final against Alperen Berber. 87 kilos concluded now in terms of the passage through. From this side of the bracket, it'll be Islam Aliyev who makes it through to the final. Now then, from Brasilia, we have a break between sessions because the final session will be coming up in just under 3 hours' time. We'll be bringing you finals of the Greco-Roman and the last day of wrestling overall at these FISU World University Combat Sports Championships. So do join us for that, and we'll be bringing all the live action to you and concluding the wrestling here in Brasilia.